question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cowboys and the Rams coming up next.
Takes it at the 7th. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Let's go. Do it.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be left. By a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So trouble already here on their... opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. The 6'3" QB from Central Michigan leading him out there, and that's Cooper Rush.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Rush's throw taken in there by Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rush. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Throwing after the interception. Rush. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Rush. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rush. That is caught by Lamb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rush. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Rush to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Rush. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Stafford on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. And nearly picked. It's second down now.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Stafford. Again, he targets Kupp, and this time he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, rush. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Big play.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now rush. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Rush, able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Rush. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now a handoff, Henderson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Rush's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the second quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact on the game, and that's what we've seen thus far. They're still able to get it done. They found other ways. They haven't had to utilize him as a top priority just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is, how will they utilize him here? On first down, it's Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rush. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 3rd down, Rush. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Rush. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st down, Rush. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rush. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rush. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Rush. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From the end zone, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. On 1st and 10, rush. And the Reds got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Rush. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Back to throw. Rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Rush. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rush.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Rush. Catch made right side by Wilson. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
Still 3rd down.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. from the gun. Rush. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken at the 46. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the carry is Henderson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 1st down, Stafford here. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Henderson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, a 9-yard touchdown run, and the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Gain is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Rushing touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitch...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Rush to throw. Buying time to his left. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Schultz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Throwing here, Rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. To throw is Rush, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Rush. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
On 2-yard loss, brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Well, going into the final